Alright, it is May 20th and I've just finalized the 2023 Zone 3A container garden in an industrial area. It is bigger and better than last year. So let's take a look. First off, I have another weed bed. If you remember last year, the weed bed was the what I called the poppy bed. So these are seeds I bought online, different types of poppies. I may or may not have mixed in some seeds from my poppies from last year. Can't remember. We'll see. So that'll be when you walk around the corner, the first thing you see is big showy flowers. Next up, we got what looks to be poor germination of baked potatoes, winter squash. This is a bush variety. I wanted them here on the other side of the weed bed for another big showy bushy thing. I have 4 seeds germinated. I think there's supposed to be 5 or 6 in here. Well, we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to keep that or change it to something else. I don't know if 4 plants is enough to get anything significant off of it. Moving on, this is the Bloody Butcher Dent corn. This will grow 14 feet high, so it'll be well above the roof. I wanted to do all this corn this year, but I couldn't find a reliable seller online. So I found some seed that was from 2021. I overseeded and I got some germination. So I'm gonna count at least 1 ear as a win this year so I can have seed stock for next year. I have other corn planted, but it is way down there, so I'm hoping it won't cross-contaminate or cross-pollinate. This here is a mixed carrot bed. They are just starting to peek through. A lot of the green you see there is weeds. Beets, cylindrical beets, and we got 2 beds of those. And this bed, I didn't really know what to do with it, and I didn't know what to do with some of my herbs, so I got these are some onions from last year that are still doing fine. They had started to sprout. I keep them in the warehouse, and so I brought them out here, and I'm going to try to see if I can get seed stock. I have no idea if they're all the same onion, but they all lasted, so they may be Talon, maybe. In the back I got some leaf lettuce basil. I think there's some Thai basil. It took forever to germinate, so that's what that is there. And this is summer savory, and there may be some sage in there, or no, oregano in there as well, but could very well be weeds too. The point of this bed is to have smelly basil and big onion flowers, hopefully get some seeds. These are 2 fruit trees I need to plant out behind my place. Carmine Jewel cherry, which you can see did flower. I don't know if it got pollinated. And then there's the Parkland apple back there. I don't know if the Parkland apple's dead or what. It doesn't feel dead. And it looks like it's gonna, come on, focus. Looks like it's gonna bloom, but I mean, it's squishy, it's not crispy. I don't know. All right, onions. We got in this bed Rosa di Milano storage onions. And you can see these ones here. We got more Rosa di Milano and some blush. So they'll be easy to tell. Oh no, blush I think is red as well. Well, who knows if we can tell them apart or not. This is Talon storage onions. And I believe this is Talon storage as well. Yep. So they're doing great. These here are red carrots. They've all come up. So star carrots, what I do is I put the seed in and everything, and then I put, you see in the back there's some coroplast or cardboard. I put something over top to keep the sun off, and it just keeps the soil consistently moist until they germinate. You have to pay attention to it though, or else they'll germinate and then die because there's no sun. This is, what is this? Napoli carrots. You can see they're germinating, but the germination rates on this is absolutely terrible. You see this row is very sparse, same as that one. It's almost hard to tell the difference between the weeds and the carrots. Carrots are in a straight line though, so I'm going away to Vegas. Is what it's going to be. When I come back, I'll deal with that. I may have to just tear it up and replant it. There is plenty of time. It is May 20th. It's not, the garden's not usually in by this time. This is dark red zucchini, or dark green zucchini, sorry. You see I got lots of germination there. No problem. Squash germination this year has been a problem for me. I added a water fountain for the foxes and the birds. This is the other weed bed, the poppy bed, the viola bed, whatever you want to call it. It's the other weed bed, the original. I just replanted this year with all seeds from last year. So I let it all go to seed. I collected some seed. I mulched up what was in there. See all that? That's not straw. That's all the stalks and everything from last year. And then I sprinkled some seed that I collected from last year, but that is all strictly seed from last year. This is going to be, I don't know, russet potatoes maybe. More russets, more russets. And then there's a bunch of Pontiac. I put this mesh on top and it kind of holds the plants upright. You get a really warm day, they droop and then they never stand upright again, and then everything goes to crap. So yeah, I put that on top. The plants grow through and they lift it up as they grow, and it keeps all the plants upright. More carrots. These are a deep purple. So yeah, you can see they're doing quite well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. These are my house plants. That's a mandarin tree I started in 2016 from a seed from a mandarin orange. Whether it's going to make edible fruit or not, I don't know. You got some peyote down there, and barrel cactus back there, and a desert rose, aloe ferox, white dicea, and there's an agave over there. This is, you can see through there, is rutabaga. I keep the rutabaga covered because the flea beetles just decimate the leaves, man. I mean, rutabaga is pretty resilient. It keeps growing. It just doesn't grow very fast, and the flea beetles just keep eating the leaves. This one here, I'm waiting for more row cover. It'll be here Monday. It's Saturday right now. So that's more rutabaga. I'm not growing pickling cucumbers this year. I'm growing the Marketmore 76s. There's way too many plants in this bed. I'm gonna have to thin it out. I usually try to keep it to 6. So, but there's 8 in there right now. This bed, I think there's 7. So we're gonna have to take one from this bed as well. But this is also Marketmore 76 cucumbers. This is a storage winter squash. It is table sugar bush type. It is very, very far from the zucchini and from the other squash at the other end, and it is also quite far from the pumpkins way down there. So I'm hoping no cross pollination this year. These are jalapenos I started myself. What were they called? Black Magic or something like that. Black something, I don't know. They're jalapenos. Germination wasn't great. So you see I have 6, I believe, 7 plants, but some 2 seeds in 1 pot germinated, and then a lot of pots didn't germinate. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. Probably just kill a couple. But yeah, that's jalapenos. I'm only growing jalapeno peppers this year. This is a Butter Crunch lettuce. It's in rows there. I just went and thinned it out so you can't really tell what's what, but the ones in straight lines are the ones that are left. This is the last bed I planted just a couple minutes ago. I just threw some radishes in there. It's a little late for radishes. They should have been started fucking 20 days ago, but yeah, whatever. And after the radishes, after I pull these radishes, I'm going to put some more carrots in, probably. Some more storage carrots. This is another rutabaga. These are some broccolis I bought at the garden center yesterday. The broccoli I started from seed, got decimated by the flea beetles. F1 tumbler up there. Beefsteak tomato down here. Principe Borghese tomatoes. More F1 tumblers. And at the end there is Regal Plum tomatoes. This is some sort of specialty potato. I can't remember what kind. And it looks like I didn't label it. I have a description around here somewhere. I gotta label that before I go. Celery bed, celery in the front, celeriac in the back. For anyone not familiar with celeriac, it is like a root, kind of like a rutabaga, only from like a celery type plant, and it is quite good and delicious in soups and stews. Got 4 cabbages in here. I don't know what kind of cabbage. Katrina, maybe, something like that. I'm gonna grow these out, and then in a couple weeks, after I get back from Vegas maybe, or a couple weeks after that, I'll start some more seeds so I can harvest these 4 and then plant another 4 for winter. See if I can get 2 flushes of cabbage. More carrots. These are Napoli. These are jalapenos I bought at the garden center yesterday. There's 7 of them. So all jalapenos this year. We got some morning glory down here. In the back here, I can't remember what I planted, but they're all like pole beans or shelling peas, stuff like that. So they can grow up the trellis on the back. This is early riser field corn. It won't be as tall or as impressive as the Bloody Butcher, but it should give me some corn to make cornmeal and corn flour out of. I did plant some pole beans along the edge there to go up the trellis, and I will plant more. Hopefully they'll climb up the corn maybe. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll kill them all. Maybe they'll interfere with my corn. I have snow peas planted in these pots here. Hopefully they'll go up the trellis. More corn. More early riser field corn. This is milkweed. I do have some milkweed planted back there in with the jalapenos. You can see some of the shelling peas or beans or whatever I've planted back here are starting to germinate. This here is supposed to be warty gnome pumpkins. I wanted to grow all one type of pumpkin this year, but when I ordered the Dilly of a Jack pumpkin seeds, there was only 10 seeds. So I planted them in these 2 bins. I didn't want interpollination, but you can see there, none of them germinated in this bin. They might still, who knows? I'm going to Vegas, so when I come back we'll see. But if they don't, I did plant porcelain doll. Same with this bin. So you can see I got a few pea plants in here. They must have been from peas I planted last year and didn't harvest, but you see some of the Dilly of the Jacks did germinate. I believe there's 3. Only 10 seeds came in a pack. I didn't know that. Oh, look, there's another one. There's 4. There should be 5 plants in each of one of these bins, but I'm not going to grow the Dilly of a Jack pumpkins if I only have 4 plants or even 1 bin. This one's doing nothing, so I'm probably going to kill these ones. And I did plant porcelain doll seeds in there yesterday, so if we can get 2 bins of porcelain doll, I'll be happy with that. Next year I'm going to pick a pumpkin and I'm going to order many packets and overseed. And at the end here we have sunflowers, all kinds of different sunflowers in here, 3 or 4 different types. Some 16 feet high, some not so high at all, some big, some small. You can see they're germinating, and this here too. So at the end of the garden you will see hopefully a wall of sunflowers. And once the vines start going up the trellis, I'm hoping it'll look nice there too. But yeah, that's it. May 20th, 2023, Zone 3A, container garden in an industrial area. We're gonna grow us some jalapenos.